over to you, good sir.
Thank you. Well, I'd just like to welcome everybody here. It's going to be a bit of a different one tonight. It's going to be, well, quite special. We've got some big news about what's going to be happening in the next week, what's going to be coming up, what could, well, potentially be happening on chain. Obviously, tonight we've got Mike on the DoChain news account, we've got Nick on the Do official, and then obviously Dave on his own account. Sorry, Dave. Right, should we kick it off? And Mike, you able to give us a little bit of history about who we are, why we're going to launch the chain, and what it means to us and the community?
Yes, absolutely. Thanks, guys. So, for those of you who haven't heard from me before or been on these spaces, I'm Mike Wood. I'm one of the co-founders of DoChain. And why are we here? So, as many of you may know, we were part of the Lunar Classic ecosystem. We still are part of the ecosystem, but we were solely on Lunar Classic ecosystem. Myself is the reason I got into crypto was for Lunar Classic. And over time, you know, things maybe haven't gone the way that everybody would have hoped in crypto as a whole. Lunar Classic definitely wasn't going the way that I would have hoped that it would have done. And there was, you know, I met Nick. We started having some conversations. We started working on some projects, and then a little bit further down the road, our friend Dave, who's been around Lunar Classic since the beginning as well, we all sort of said, oh, you know, thinking about launching our own chain and doing this the way that we feel it should be done properly. And it all just seemed to come together at the right time, you know, and we found this all the way through our project, actually. Things were all happening at quite prominent times. It's almost a bit scary, but it's like the universe is telling us something, if you believe in that kind of thing. So the reason we're here is crypto as a whole has forgotten what crypto was here to do. So yes, people want to make money out of crypto, but crypto was created to challenge the TradFi system, the traditional finance system, that is quite largely gatekept from a lot of people across the world. You do get it in the mainstream companies, in the mainstream countries, but you also get them in I mean, Africa, India. You know, a lot of people can't access their finance system, and they're left wanting, and it's not fair. The opportunities aren't equal. We also know that governments love to print money, which means it inflates the value of your money away. So you're forever getting poorer. Although the numbers in the bank don't say it, you're feeling the pain of the value decrease. You can't buy as much in shops, you know, taxes are rising all of the time. You've got no control. So the reason DoChain's here, we decided we can do crypto correctly. We can bring balance back to this very one-sided finance structure. We've seen a lot of what is done poor. Well, let's start with what is done well. We've seen a lot about what is done well in some of the ecosystems across Cosmos and beyond, but we've also seen an awful lot of what is not done well, and we all wanted to correct that. So this project was born out of a mutual wanting of wanting to improve people's lives. Nick had already started that journey on Lunar Classic with his humanitarian projects, which are part of our ecosystem but live on Lunar Classic. But we all decided that this is something that we have to do. The world needs it, and somebody has to do it. Take the step. Be selfless. Share with the world. Give back. Have the win-win mindset. Just because one person wins doesn't mean somebody else has to lose. Everybody can win, and it's more about the long game as well. Yes, a coin goes up in value and you can make a lot of money, but this ecosystem is designed in a circular fashion where money keeps going back into the ecosystem through fees. So every time a trade is made, it doesn't just disappear into the beyond. There's a portion of that always comes back into rewarding people who are holding and staking, rewarding in other areas. Liquidity providers, they get a percentage of the trades and the money that they provide to us. And it's just, I think it's more of a sense of doing good, which has really born DoChain. We've all been burnt. We've all seen how it shouldn't be done. We want to run it as a business, but also as a fair playing, balanced playing field. So really, that's why we're here. I think, Owen, I know you've been in Luna Classic for a while as well. We've been in a lot of groups, and we run a validator on Luna Classic, and we still believe that there's something there within Luna Classic. But I think you probably agree with me, and which is why I asked you to come along and assist and work with me on DoChain. Was they have something really good that they're just not utilizing, and we can really take that model, improve it, and give something back to people.
Yeah, mate, I totally agree with you there. As we've seen on Luna Classic, it's very gate-kept chain, large voices who try to manipulate the community, and yeah, it's just time we went away from that and gave everybody an equal shot.
Absolutely.
So, Nick, are you able to give us a bit about yourself, and are you able to give us a talk about the state of the crypto and the real world finance and how we're going to try and bridge that gap?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Owen, for the introduction. So, guys, this DoChain launch is getting closer day by day. We've been hard at work, barely sleeping, finalizing everything and making sure that everybody's kept holding in the process. Because Mike said it in the beginning, this is very important to us that it's not just about creating a new financial system. We also know that like the reason we are here today still is because of our investor base that has supported us this whole way, and it's why this is why we do what we do. So yeah, the state of crypto. Well, let's talk about the state of the general markets right now. Right, we are and there is a war happening in the Strait of Hormuz, right? It's more of a geopolitical war, to be honest with you, but it is controlling the oil business, right? The Strait of Hormuz, there's around 20% of the world's oil that go through there. So having that closed off for such a long time affects all of the world's exports and imports and just general economies, right? Because when you think about any of the supply of food, for example, right, that has to go through a truck, has to go through a boat, or it has to go through a plane, but it has to get from point A to point B, and to do that right now you need fuel, right? So without fuel, the price of everything rises, and the economy in the process gets hindered, right? The state of U.S. at the moment is in debt, all the way up to their chin in debt, right? The BRICS, Russia are looking to launch their BRICS currency, right? Their blockchain and their own coin, which is threatening the U.S. dollar's dominance worldwide. So this is having a major effect on the markets. You're not only seeing the crypto markets tank, like to Bitcoin today touched 60K. It's a dramatic dump from our all-time high of 120K, right? It's 50% down. And once again, welcome to crypto. This is what it is. it's it's a wild ride, and people are gonna need to understand this volatility isn't always a bad thing, right? Volatility just means you have price movement in both directions that are aggressive. But that being said, you can make money when the price goes up, and you can also make money when the price goes down. If you're shorting, for example, right? Or if you're holding. You sold at the top, for example, for USDC or for a stable coin. Price dumps back down to 60K and you buy back, right? You can now, let's say you had one Bitcoin at 120K and you sold it for USDC, and then you buy it back at 60K. Now you got two Bitcoins, right? So this is another way that you can do crypto, right? Volatility is not a bad thing. You guys, we've been told that volatility is a bad thing, but it's not a bad thing. Volatility is where the money's made, right? But yeah, the stock market hit some all-time highs once again, and we're seeing some corrections in the stock markets. We're seeing some corrections in the metals market, the commodity market. So as an investor, you ask like where does the money go? Right? Like if it's not in the crypto market, if it's not in the stock market, if it's not in the commodity market, where is the money, right? So yeah, so it is a question I think all the top financial analysts are also wondering. Are people just holding cash? Are multinationals holding cash? Are they waiting for something? Are they trying to shake out the small investor? That's my personal belief, is by selling and making the prices go down. They're trying to shake out the small investors and have them sell their positions and recover them at a lower cost. So regardless, you either hold or you buy, and you don't. We are over here building, right? So DoChain, like Mike said, it was founded on solutions, not problems, right? We got into this space and started building because we saw that there were things that some blockchains did well. We saw some things that some blockchains did not so well, and we decided that we were going to make a combination of what everybody does good and all the things that people do bad, and we're going to get rid of those things, and we're going to create a chain that's financially sound. There's a lot of blockchains out on the market that focus just on the tech and the tech side, and they don't have the finance part down. And they seem to forget that people do still invest in the crypto to make money, and it's very important that as project owners, blockchain developers ourselves, that we still remember that, right? Like people are here to have their wealth grow. And one of the issues, for example, of Cosmos-based blockchains is that they are inflationary, right? We get into crypto to get away from our governments printing cash. We don't want to get into another system that does the same thing, right? So if you have to print money to create rewards, if you have to print money to create a sustainable economy, then it's not good, because all you're doing is you're decreasing the buying power of your investors, right? So even in the creation of DoChain, we didn't create a new supply. We didn't print new coins. We didn't turn on the minter for the Do ecosystem. We wanted to make sure that remains the same, right? So the supply will remain the same. It is a deflationary chain. We have a deflationary setup for a governance token, which we'll probably go over a little bit more in details down the road here. But just so you guys know that this blockchain is founded on sound financials and a circular economy, which that is what sustains the chain, the price, and the growth, right? So, long story short, this is the state of the financial systems right now. What we do, we don't really care what the market does, because we just build, right? Whether it's bear market, bull market, we don't really mind. We got our heads down working, building, adding new utilities every single day, making meetings with VCs, and always thinking 10 steps ahead. So and we kind of had a meeting earlier, and I want to state this publicly because it's true. Like I feel like this chain was founded on solutions, not problems. Like I said earlier, right? Like we talked about earlier. We said everybody just like brings ideas on how to make things better and how to make things more secure, how to make things faster, simpler, easier for on onboarding, right? So this is the difference. This is why technology needs to evolve. Like even blockchain technology, Bitcoin is what it is. It's it's a technology built on archaic tech, right? Like yeah, maybe there's millions of computers that are monitoring the chain, but like it's also not so safe, right? Like it's not quantum ready, and there's no entity in place that can make them quantum ready because it's a chain that's owned by no one. And Ethereum is going to have the same issues tomorrow, right? So these are the kinds of problems that we are attacking right away. We're not waiting until quantum computing comes out. We are already working on developing the technology, putting it in place to make sure that we are ready when the time comes, because it will come, probably much faster than we think. So we'll be ready. That's for sure. This tech is going to be one of the best. And Dave, I know that you are the tech guy. Owen, maybe you want to introduce Dave, and Dave can maybe go about a little bit more the tech side of the chain and what makes us different than everyone else.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll do that now. I do want to butt in and just mention that we are going to be doing a giveaway at the end of this space. So if everybody sticks around, we'll give you the details about that towards the end. But yeah, if we can introduce Dave and bring him up here, I'd like him to go across now onto the roadmap, the launch of the chain, and to give us some more details about how you've been handling it. Please, mate.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for that, Owen. Hopefully everyone's doing really well. It's been a long time coming, too long, and I apologise for that. First of all, we should have launched a little while ago, but for some reason we keep coming up with ideas after ideas after ideas, including security. So we've added multi-factor authentication. So if your seed phrases get out there, you still need to authorize a transaction for unstaking and transferring any of your crypto. We keep having these ideas, and it's set us back, but it's also set us apart. If you do a search for how many cryptocurrencies or blockchains have that, you'll find one or two. Now, I think most banks have that now, don't they? I come from a legal background. My profession legally is as an IT trainer for legal professionals and financial advisors. And it's on every single computer that I've got. It's on my wife's computer for her virtual assistants, for her one-person business. Excuse me. So we've thought, hold on a minute, how many people have come to me on Luna Classic? And I still run the validator there with Pink Unicorn and Newing. We're going to run the validator on DoChain as well together. But the amount of people we've had come to us saying, my seed, all of a sudden my wallet's empty, or people have unstaked all of my money or my coins from validators. Have you entered your seed phrases into a dodgy website? Yeah, I did. Well, okay. Even if you do that on Do, they still can't take your money. You have to authorize it still. So, I've all of the team have come from different areas. We've all seen different things about the blocks, or about Luna Classic, about other blockchains, Ethereum, Solana, Cardano. We've seen them all, and we've gone, that could be better. How can we make that better? And that's what we've done. I'm not saying we're going to be the best or the fastest, because, we want to be the most stable.
Maybe
we want to be the most
are going to
reliable.
be the best, though, Dave. Sorry to cut you off, but we are going to be the best.
I get that. I get people want to say we're the best, but that's a wide thing to say for me. I just want it to be the most stable, the most reliable, the most secure we can be. Okay, and that's my aim.
But isn't that what makes us the best, right? Like, because you can have the best technology in the world, if you're not safe, secure, then you're useless, right?
I get that. I do get that, but you know, they're what I'm aiming for. What's going to make it the best is the community, is the investors, and the people loving the chain. That's what's going to make it the best. It's not me. It's not me putting the time in for the technology. I can make that as good as I can make that. What makes it the best is having the best proposals put up, the best people building on the chain, the community working together and saying, yeah, we want this direction. All of us have an equal say. And I say this, and I piss Pink Unicorn off a lot, but probably. I say it's not about disagreeing. It's about how we disagree. Now, the four of us up here, Nick, Mike, Owen, myself, we talk daily, nearly. Okay. And Litaz, she's in there somewhere. There she is in the listening in. And we don't all agree on everything. And that's fine. We don't shout each other down. We take each other's point of views and respect them. And then we come to a group conclusion for it. All right. So none of us have gone, this is mine, I'm doing it this way. We've all come up with the same way forward together. And that's what will make it the best. You know, I like I say, I can code this till the cows come home, adding more and more to it. But that's all I can do. You guys need to now trade on it, and you guys need to tell me what the weaknesses are, show me how to make it better, and I will. And on that point, the whole chain I will be starting up on Sunday evening. Block 1 for the actual chain will happen 7 p.m, so about the same time on Sunday evening. It will start with 3 validators. What I will be asking the community to not do is to not stake yet. Okay. And the reason is we are going to start with 3 validators on Sunday evening to get the chain running. I want the chain going, the blocks working, everything, all of the parameters set 100% correct. Before Monday morning at 7 a.m, I will open up the ability for validators to then be created as a group. Okay. Well, I think we've got 7 validators wanting to come on board straight away. Fantastic. Love you all. You know, that's a brilliant start. That is decentralization at its heart. And then everybody can stake and make that fair. Okay. My whole thing about this is everything has to be done right and it has to be done fair. Yes, Classic Nodes is going to be first. It's going to be set up on that first bit, but that's my validator with Pink Unicorn and Nearing. But I don't want it to be unfairly staked to because it's the first one. Okay, so everybody will have an equal opportunity Monday morning from 7 a.m. England time, UK time. Everyone can then start staking. The swaps will be available from Sunday evening, probably about between 8 and 9 o'clock in the evening. And we can get this chain running. So I hope everyone can join in. Okay, and if anybody does see any errors and you see any anything going wrong, just point it out either on Telegram. I will try and be on X. I'm not a big X person, or Twitter, whatever you like to call it. I'm not a big X person. Yes, I'm on Telegram a lot, but for some reason X I'm not too great with. So if anybody has anything to say, just come along, open it up on Telegram, or post it however you can on me on here, and I will try and answer or fix any issues we've got straight away. But yeah, 7 o'clock Sunday evening, then 7 a.m. Monday morning. Let's get these validators running. The wallet system will be live. You'll be able to put proposals up if you want to. You'll be able to stake with validators, unstake with validators, and that includes all 35 chains that are in the wallet so far. Bitcoin's got some capabilities like transferring and holding. Luna Classic, you'll be able to post proposals on Luna Classic if you really wanted to. Transfer your coins, swap your coins from Lunk to Do and Do to Baked, and let's get this party started. All I can say is I'm sorry it's taken 2 months longer than I wanted it to.
Shots, 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 everybody! Let's
Yeah,
go!
it's take
Exciting times,
Brilliant.
man.
it's taken that length of time though for the right reasons,
Yes.
right? So and the other thing I think to mention as well, Dave, because you say we are very approachable, so absolutely tell us, you know, anything and we'll fix it. Because the thing to remember is the chain is owned by the people, is DAO owned by the investors. So layer one is completely, after launch, will be completely yours. But as you will have seen, maybe you won't have done, but if you haven't seen it before, we have been voted in as the DOE Foundation to steward and safeguard the chain for the next 18 months, or sorry, for the first 18 months post launch. So we are not going anywhere. We're not just going to set this up and disappear. This is our love that's gone into building this. We are going to be involved in this probably for as long as our natural lives on Earth. And unnatural if you listen to Litas, because she thinks that everybody's going to live forever in the future. So we'll see about that one. We'll see about that one.
I will say, you say we're not going to disappear, but after the first week, make sure everything's running right. I might sleep for a good month after.
Oh yeah. Dave,
Well
Dave's going
deserved,
to
though, mate.
crash. Yeah, Dave's going to crash. He's absolutely going to crash. But also the things is what I was going to say off the back of that was being approachable. We do have a focus group at the moment doing this exact exercise. So we reached out to the community, and the focus group are going through the DEX, the wallet system. What else are they going through? I can't remember the other bit that they're going through, but they're going through three things. Oh, the website. They're going through those three things, and they're listing all of the issues that they're finding, and Dave is rapidly fixing them, as well as making sure the chain's ready to go. So we're doing our due diligence in the background. We're doing everything that we possibly can to do this right first time.
Yep, brilliant. Well, what I was going to say is I've had a few people try and request speaking rights so far. We will be taking a Q&A shortly, but Nick, are you able to give us a bit of a lowdown on the furnace and the DEX, please, mate?
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so the DEX is going to be deployed in 3 phases. For this alpha phase of the DEX, we will have the swap functionality available, the liquidity provision, of course. We will also have, for this beginning part, trading view charts available as well. And you will also be able to stake your coins on the DODEX coins on the DEX, right? So, or with the validators, do we decide on that, Dave? We're going with validators for that after all, huh?
I'm really sorry, mate. Can you just repeat what you
The
said?
DODEX, because the DODEX token, we have it built in to the DEX, but we are going to be staking with validators after all. I think we said we moved to that, right?
Yes. That's the way forward,
Correct.
man. That is the way we want.
So to begin with, once again, these pools will be available for most projects, right? Let's say you are a token owner from Osmosis or from Luna Classic, Secret Network, whatever chain you come from. The creation of pool is very simple. You use IBC bridge over your token, and you create a pool on DODEX. There is a governance system in place, once again, that kind of keeps any token from being pooled. So there will be whitelisted projects, once again, which can open up pools right away without having to go through the governance process. These will need to be approved by the community, of course, but the pool creation will be handled this way. You are not. We do have a token launchpad as well, but on Dogechain tokens don't have fees on them. The fees are added directly to the pools, right? So a owner of a pool creation can put his own fees on there, and you'll be able to see that on the DEX. So you get to either the token owners get to fund their operations this way, or they get to get some volume. They get to grow their brand, which is very important when you're a layer 2 project growing. You need a source of income to keep paying the bills, right? Because you can't build if you ain't got no income. That's the reality of it. You just get, there's a fine line between too much fees and not enough, right? So that's very, very important. This DEX liquidity providers will be earning 0.1% of all the fees in that pool, in your respective pool. The DODEX token, once again, there's 0.1% that is distributed to the 110,000 DODEX coin. Now, what is DODEX, right? So some people have been asking because there's a lot of stuff happening, and we need to be super clear about the way the deployment and everything is happening. Okay, so for DoChain, we couldn't just have an IBC token, right? Like we couldn't just be like the pool creation where a project comes from outside, just IBC's over, creates a pool. It's great for somebody who wants to create a pool. It is not so great for a native blockchain that you are using the token as gas. Because you're adding a risk, right? You're adding the IBC bridge risk. You're adding a non-native risk in there. So for the well-being, the long-term well-being of DoChain, we had to have our own native coin. So we will have a 1-for-1 for those tokens, whether it's Do or whether it's baked. There's a 1-for-1 that will happen on the chain. Okay, this is a one-way swap. There is no going back and forth. Once you swap your LUNC Do for native Do, that is burned. Okay, the supply is there. We've closed down the baked protocol at the moment, so we could take a snapshot of where the supply is and redeploy it on DoChain, right? So the 1-for-1 happens there. Now, why they stay connected is this is the particularity. So what we've done, since this is a one-way burn mechanism where you take your bake, you burn it, you get DoDEX. DoDEX is your governance token for DoChain, right? So if you want your DoDEX go back to baked on LungChain, or you want your native Do to go back to LungDo on LungChain once again, what we do is that we are going to create a pool with LungDo and native Do, and a pool with baked and DoDEX. So this offers this price should be 1-for-1, right, in each pools. So what investors will be able to do is either use that pool to swap back over, but there's also going to be an arbitrage gain, right? Because the price in those pools will fluctuate as the price of LungDo, for example, will be 0.0005, and let's say on DoChain it's 0.0055, right? So now there's a higher price on DoChain, so users will buy Do on LungChain, bridge it over, swap it in the pool if it's more profitable there, or burn it for native Do and then sell it in the pool. Boom, you just made a 0.0005 profit on that trade, right? We have pools on Osmosis right now, right? So now this becomes a triple chain arbitrage opportunity where you can monitor the prices of Do on 3 chains and be able to swap back and forth. Right now, our connection with Osmosis is via the Juris Bridge. So you need to use the Juris Bridge to send your LUNC over to Osmosis, and there is a pool over there with USDC. So the pool on DoChain will also be with USDC. Mind that for beta and final deployment phase, we are looking to be adding stable coins, right? One of the reasons why we weren't able to get this wheel rolling on LungChain is that we don't have a legal entity in the way to sign papers with a bank, for example, right? With a legal custodian. So that legal custodian and that entity in the way is us, is why we created DoChain, and is why we have a foundation. We have Lungverse SA, we have our business for the commerce in Wyoming LLC, and that we're going to have another business for the DEX, right? And we'll have a special purpose vehicle to be able to make that tokenization of the fiat currencies, or as
Can I
well.
just? Sorry,
Yes,
mate.
go ahead,
Sorry,
hop
I'm
in.
really sorry, Nick. We have forgotten one feature that is coming to the decks. The fact that people will be able to buy um, using fiat. We've got the on-off ramp. So because we are the foundation, we have KYC'd. We've gone with an on and off ramp for Doe, and so people will be able to use cash to come and buy Doe and then swap it for other coins if they wanted, or to stake, do what they want with it. So yeah, we are moving forward with that aspect too via the DEX.
So I wasn't sure if that was
Okay.
finalized, but you're such a savage that like works day and night and just does things nonstop that like it's kind of hard to follow you, Dave, to be honest with you. But that's freaking awesome. It's outstanding news. So yeah, we are working to have that available, and we also adding PayPal for the commerce. That's also available on the deck. So we had built our commerce, and the commerce has moved from Shopify over to Dodex. So on Dodex, you're able to buy your own merch. There's hats and T-shirts and a bunch of cool stuff on there. So we're finalizing all that, and once again, you'll be able to purchase with Doe or purchase with PayPal directly. But that's outstanding news, Dave. So yeah, looking forward to beta and final launch of DoChain. There are a couple assets that we'll be adding to the DEX. The first one is, once again, we spoke about the stablecoin system. We are going to begin with Euro stablecoin. We are going to collateralize with Fiat. And we will follow the same business model that USDC uses with T-bills, is where they invest their fiat and they make revenue with that. But what we will do is have that legal custodian in the way, a special purpose vehicle that tokenizes the stablecoin. And this is where we are adding an extra layer of trust and transparency. We are not going to be doing monthly audits like most companies do. What we will do is that we will have a API that will be querying and displaying funds and our collateral on a weekly basis to the community. So don't need an audit, don't need trust, because you can see it yourself. There will be an API that will be connected directly to our bank, feeding live holdings to our investors, right? So this is how we've built that into what we do. The best way to build trust amongst investors, especially in this space, is automation. It's eliminating the human aspect. Like the human that can go and like with one set of keys, like drain a wallet or stuff like that, and just give access to everything that we do to the community. There's this way. There's no gray zone. There's no ambiguity. You can see it all. It's all there, right? So the stablecoin system is the foundation to creating the foreign exchange. We are creating a foreign exchange with the stablecoins. And once again, we've spoken about this in the past, right? One of the secondary use cases to the stablecoins that we're creating is that we can actually utilize them to collateralize and repeg the stablecoins on Terra Classic that has been a talk for a long time. One of the reasons, the proposal that we had put up in the past to create a collateralized stablecoins with the stablecoins that we had on Terra Classic was the use of a centralized entity like Circle or USDT, the blacklisting risks, right? Well, we're completely eliminating that risk because now we have a centralized entity. The entity is DoChain, and we have a foundation in place, custodian. Live APIs of our holdings. So there's no reason, once again, not to go with something like this. So once we have our Euro stablecoin repeg ready to go, there's no reason why we can't repeg EUTC, right? We use our stablecoin to collateralize EUTC, and boom, all of a sudden we've got a collateralized stablecoin on long chain. So yeah, there's a lot that will come with that. So that's the forex portion of it. The second version, the second build that we are adding into the forex is the perpetual trading. So the perpetual trading engine is something that is very popular, and Jenktiv has something that's very similar. Jupiter has it as well, Hyperliquid. It's just a liquidity. And a volume engine, right? So for anyone that's taking part in governance, that's taking part in owning the chain, you need to understand you're owning though, you're staking with validators, you are earning on every single transaction. Like the gas fees are redistributed to stakers, right? And once again, this is something we didn't hit on, but it's very important. Validators don't have voting power on Dogechain. Like we have completely separated the two. Validators' roles is validating blocks and looking over the chain. Okay, they are not responsible for governance, and we've capped voting power to 2.5% per wallet. This way, there's no centralization of power, right? So the power is in people's hands, investors' hands. People staking, delegating their coins with the validators. They're owning a percentage of every single trade on the chain. The gas fees are split three ways. It's very important. Okay. First, staking rewards. Second, community pool. Third, buyback. Right? There's no burn mechanism in place because the burn mechanism is taking care of itself with Baked, right? With Dodex coin, which is a ratchet system, which we can go a little bit more in details here, but we're just here to talk about the chain and how everything will happen, right? But the rewards are not printed; the rewards are earned through gas fees, right? The community pool funding is earned through gas fees. There is no printing money in this chain, right? We will say this and we will say it again so you understand that this is very, 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 very important to us. Okay, so the third utility on Dodex, and I'm almost done here, guys. Thank you for bearing with me. There's a lot of information, but there's a lot of stuff that we are actively building. Okay, we are looking to tokenize the stock market. We're in talks right now with bankers. We're in talks right now with different investors to become our legal custodian, to be able to make that bridge. The special purpose vehicle that we spoke about earlier, that's also the role of these companies, right? They act as the tokenization engine, which has one role and one role only, is to verify that you have holdings in the broker account, for example, in the bank. Yes, one, good, print one coin, send over to the chain, right? So the tokenization of stocks is a $1 trillion market. It's something that can absolutely set Dogechain apart from the rest. Once again, there is a lot of legal hoops to jump through. There is a lot of stuff, but we do have a lot of friends in the banking world who are here to help us out in the process. And you know, we do have something that is that is extremely special. Is that like we're a very low market cap blockchain. You know, you look at some meme coins out there, there are some that are worth 10, 50, $100 million and they have nothing, right? We are launching a financial revolution and we're like around $500,000 market cap. It's absolutely ridiculous, right? So even as like a VC, you know, or like a banking partner, custodian looking at our project, they're like, holy cow, man, there is a lot of money to be made growing a project like this, right? So the last thing that we are growing, and in my book, it's one of the most important one, but it is the quantum vault. So quantum resistant vault. We are adding quantum security to our vault system. This vault will be used to hold your crypto, hold your NFTs. It also serve as a personal data locker where you'll be able to hold your personal information and actually even rent out your personal information to Web3 platforms. You'll be able to revoke access to some of your information. And you'll also be able to store your will. We are developing a project called The Will, which is exactly how it sounds, right? And we have a lot more steps to finalize that project, but the quantum security is what that serves, right? So the quantum vault is a self-custodial vault. We don't ever own the keys. We don't ever control your vault. We don't ever control your information. And that's very important because there's a complete legal difference within all that. The vault is yours. You will always have the key. There is also MFA built on chain, which add an extra layer of security, and we also have AI built into our chain. There's AI monitoring, but there also be an extra verification process using our AIs to access the vault. So this adds multiple layer of security, right? Like when you think about a vault, you know, a bank, like it can't be something that's easily accessible, right? Like it needs to have multiple steps to be able to unlock that bad boy. So we're making sure we're making that happen. The last piece of the puzzle to that quantum vault is actually secret networks encryption. Security. So we are going to be working hand in hand with Secret Foundation. We are going to be working hand in hand with Secret Network, the Cosmos-based blockchain, uh, to make that happen. So the infrastructure will live on Secret Network. The beauty of being on Secret Network as a SNP 20 token. So when you bridge any token over to Secret Network, you become a SNP 20. And when you're a SNP 20, all your transactions are hidden. And when I say hidden, you know, they are hidden from the public eye. But let's say an auditing firm or someone wants to come and look at your data, then you still have access to that. And legally, that means a lot, right? So if you want to audit your project, you want to, I don't know, like a lawyer or judge wants to have access to something, you can still grant them viewing keys, right? So that is a pretty big deal. But it adds that extra layer of encryption layer to the quantum vault, and that's what makes it so special is that we are utilizing the technologies of the Cosmos ecosystem to create something that's awesome, something that can be used across all networks, something that's easy, simple, on ramping, off ramping, credit card, debit card payment. Right, you'll be able to load up with stable coins and go. You know, we already have the commodity layer built in with Golden Gram, Silver Gram, iGold, iSilver. We got our boy Owen, who's actually melting us our own copper bars. Like, tell me about a project that actually takes the time to melt their own bars. Please, I'll wait. Right. So this is the once again these copper bars will be available to you as collectibles in the commerce store. Once again, once we are finalizing testing and refining of all that. No one I want to speak for you, and I don't want to put more job on your plate. I know you're working your butt off on all this stuff, but you guys, like, this is the level of development that we're at. You know, we have a whole metaverse coming at you. Like, it's we're not a game, right? Not a multiplayer environment. We're talking about a full scale metaverse. Okay, we've taken, once again, our whole approach to business from the start has always been, what do they do good? What do they do bad? How do we make it better? Right? It's always been our approach. And it's going to be the same thing with Lungverse, right? We went to decentralized land. Okay, what did they do good? Yeah, okay, the housing, you know, being able to own a home, the ownership, the events, the shopping. That's cool. All right, cool. We'll take that. Then we went over to Sandbox. What does Sandbox do good? Oh, they do gaming pretty good, right? Gaming, creation of games, da 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 da. So we went and took that. Cool. We'll add that in. Then we went to Facebook Meta, right? Facebook Meta was about, you know, businesses and meeting and have your own avatars and AI agents and all this stuff. So guess what? We added that in too. So what we've done is taken what everybody does good and we put it all under one roof. And we're all be delivering that to you. We've been working our booties off on this for over a year. What, almost a year and a half now, leaders. I've been like busting or behind doing this, working day and night, hunting bugs. Now we're up to 15 scenes, and we're going to be deploying this, and like it's going to be something grand, and it's all going to be dough. It's all dough, and it's all going back into your pockets, back circulating all that back into the economy, into liquidity pool, into the growth, and like this is what a sound financial blockchain looks like. You have multiple utilities all circulating the funds back into the project to make it grow more, and you use the funds that you make to build something new, and you use the funds that to just keep on growing, right? And it turns out that we have people that are very interested in what we're building, right? People that are capable to help us fund the future. So as we finalize those deals, we keep on building, we keep on doing exactly what we've been doing, keeping our heads down, working, and good things happen. And we just we just manifest it into existence.
Thank you for that, Nick. I just want to remind all the listeners at the end of this show, we will be doing quite a big giveaway, to be honest. You just got to stay till the end to find out the rest of the details on that. Woody, I would like to bring you up if you're able to talk through the roadmap as well. And are you able to just clarify some more details on the staking, the validators' roles, etc.?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so just to go back over, everything's been said pretty much about the validators, apart from the validators do have one important role within the governance part. So they don't vote, but what they will be doing is they will be basically safeguarding the chain against scam proposals. So what will happen is a proposal will come in. We have like a pre-proposal stage. That will then alert the validators, and then there needs to be 33 or a third, should we say, a third of all validators have to approve for the proposal to be put forward to the community to vote on. Now, what this does do is it safeguards against malicious proposals, because we don't have a quorum. It's a yes or no, so it's not as a people have to vote. It's it's their responsibility, their obligation to take part in the governance of their chain. But we know that there can be some spurious proposals that go through. We've seen it on other chains before, so that is what the validators will do in terms of governance. But also what validators will do is, in order to gain delegations from people, they can't just expect people to come and delegate with them that they don't know. So they're going to have to make sure that they're educating people. They can have their own we've got in the sort of we've got in the validator code of conduct that they have to have a social media outlet, ideally some sort of Telegram or things like that, so that their people can come and talk to them about the delegations and governance and things like that, because they can go and get the information and bring it back. They are the sort of font of knowledge. But what they will also have is a secondary function where they can be their validators will host a relayer, so a bridge, if you will, to other chains. So this is another efficient way to, as I think Nick said earlier on, not be stuck in terms of blacklisting or if a bridge goes down, because we'll host our own bridges. So that was just the two little bits that we needed to add into the validation part. In terms of the roadmap, well, Nick, I think you covered off quite a lot of the roadmap. You talked about stocks, you talked about quite a lot of things in there, and I think you even talked about timescales. So I don't think there's an awful lot more for me to go through. We will share the roadmap on X, because it is important for people to see what's happening when. But obviously the really exciting news is it's coming next week, and it can't come quick enough for us. I'm sure it can't come quick enough for you. We've got a lot of people who are really excited about it. Nick and I ended up on I was messaging Nick furiously last night because of our time differences. We had a very, very big, and when I say very big, I'm talking like ginormous venture capitalist get in touch with us yesterday through a contact of ours, and they loved what we're doing. I don't want to get my hopes up too much, but it did sound like they really wanted on board. So this could really fly. I'm not trying to create FOMO, but you are still early, is all I will say.
Yeah, it's true, man. Because all that's missing and creating phase alpha or beta phase and of this DEX is honestly is the liquidity, right? We talk about the perp engine, we talk about the tokenization of and the stable coins. It's always the funding to go into the liquidity pools, right? So if you have that, you have a VC who believes in your project, you have the funding to do so. We can deploy these things much faster than we believed, So and at a much bigger scale, because to begin on a small scale, you can start with, like, for example, 2 or 3 stable coins, and you can start with 4 or 5 stocks. But if you have some large funding, you can go ahead and start with 10 stocks, and you can go ahead and start with 7 or 8 stable coins and have perp trading on 4 or 5 different coins, right? So yeah, exciting times ahead for sure. Mike, I was wondering, can we throw a mic to lead us? Because I would kind of like her to send us a couple teasing words on Longverse before we head out and start.
I would very much love to, if she can actually get
I've
on, 'cause
just
she has
sent
issues with it. I'll
an
tell-
invite.
Please, pretty
Right.
please, lead us. We want to hear your pretty voice.
Get her on here.
Just just
No
before
fighting
we,
in here,
just
guys.
before
Okay,
we-
no
we-
fighting.
I know. Just before we do that, though, I think it might be a good time before we go into Q&A as well, just to say how you get into the draw for some dough. So it's quite simple. All you need to do is you need to share this recording, tag a couple of people in it, join our Telegram group, which is it's actually in the post, but it's t.me/cookimmunity, and then let us know you're there, and we will corroborate that between X and there, and then we will send you some dough. It's that simple. It's a thank you for being with us on one of our biggest podcasts yet.
Can I just I completely forgot most of my today's activities, if I'm honest. I've been plastering it on Telegram.
We're not scatty, guys. Listen, we're not scatty. We're not scatty. We just got so much going on. So
So quite a few of you have been seeing. I've been plastering it on. I've been uploading the extension for the wallet system to Edge, to Chrome so far. This is the boring part for me. I'm going to be honest. It's going out to as many website search engines and Edge and Firefox, all of them, as many of them as we can get to. Safari, must mention them. But also it's going to the iOS store and Windows store and the other one, Android. That's the one. My brain's fried tonight, guys. I'm going to be honest. So it's going out to all of them. So we've got apps for the wallet, not just the website. Yeah, must mention that. And the buyers and sells. So yeah, it's all good.
Yeah. The wallet. You want to talk a little bit about the wallet? Because not everybody's heard that you're going to be able to hold Bitcoin and all these other currencies within the wallet. I think that's pretty fun as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's 35 chains and all of their layer 2s. So things like SAT on Bitcoin or Audi or BNB. You've got then all of Lunk's layer 2, all of them. So I've got my Dough cookie in there. And it automatically detects them. So if you've got them and they come to your wallet should automatically detect those coins in there and automatically show them. You shouldn't have to hunt for them.
Quarantine zone? What's quarantine zone?
Yeah, oh yeah, flipping heck, man. It's got so many features, I can't remember them all. The quarantine zone. So malicious coins. So we all know they're on Ethereum. I've had one drain a wallet before. But what the quarantine zone does is if you get a malicious coin, all layer 2 coins will go to the quarantine zone first. If you are expecting it, you can approve it. And in the quarantine zone, you'll have an approve or decline. If you don't know what it is and you've researched it and you think, no, I'm not wanting that, you decline it, and then it won't show up in your Doe wallet. It will show up in other wallets because they don't have that feature. But if you are using Doe wallet, it won't show up in your list of assets. So it just hides them for you. Stops you from interacting. So that was another safeguard that I thought of. But yeah, so wallet's coming along. It'll be in app stores hopefully in the next couple of weeks, depending on how long they take, and it will be on extensions in the next couple of days. Cool.
Perfect. Thank you for that, Dave. Just wondering, we're going to open the floor up now to anybody who does have any questions. So if you want to raise your hand, send a request in, we'll happily take all questions now.
I think it's important to say that Liters couldn't get a microphone to work, so it's not as if I've just forgotten.
She doesn't want to talk to us. We know. It's okay.
Yeah, I'd say so.
It's okay. Now we can talk smack because she can't answer back. We'll just she'll just go at us on Telegram.
She'll put us in our
Yeah,
place.
I see we got Holly Folly in here. So guys, if you guys don't know Holly Folly, go ahead and get in and shoot him a follow. He is the owner creator of Dungeon Chain. Dungeon Chain is a gaming chain within the Cosmos, and they're also going to be one of our very good friends moving forward. As much for Lungverse as Dochain. So if you're a gamer, you like to game, go ahead and check them out. They got a lot of cool stuff happening as well. And you guys, Holly, let me get you up here because you guys built a Bitcoin bridge, and I kind of want to hear a little bit more about that. If you want to talk about it, of course, if you're free as well. On top of being a brother, a Canadian brother, of course, throw your head up. What up? Yeah, you know, we're just good peeps, you know. So,
Yeah.
and if you want to throw him a mic, Ollie, I don't know if you can. Go ahead and come up if you want to.
Yeah, I've just invited him.
Yeah, what up, Ollie?
The invite. Excited for Dochain. You guys are killing it, man. I'm loving hearing that malicious wallet thing too, because that's there's all sorts of coins I got even in my wallet from Atom, and there's like weird Atom coins that are all scammy, right? So I'm glad to hear that. It's a great idea.
Yeah, man, that's all Dave. Dave all sorts of crazy ideas. I was coming up with them. But yeah, absolutely. I had that fake Atom coin airdropped to me as well. And it's crazy, eh? All you do if you try to sell it, boom, you get drained. It's crazy. So you have to be safe, man.
Yeah, and Solana, that happened to me too. I had like, all of a sudden $4,000 extra, and I look at it and I was about to sell it, and I'm like, I don't know about this, and then immediately, boom, it's gone. You know, you're like, oh man, like that would have been nasty. So it's a good idea, man. Just block those. So, but yeah, thanks for bringing us on. Like, yeah, Dungeon Chain is, we've been working with you guys for a good while now. Like, just setting off cross-chain interactions with having Dungeon Chain on the Lunk chain, and we're getting ready to put it on the Do chain, and you guys have created that bridge, and so just thank you for all that. Like, that's a pretty special to see new and up and coming chains not trying to just compete but actually work together, right? So and I've been really excited about what you guys are doing with the gold and the silver and all that, and it's gonna be, I don't know, I'm just excited, and it's cool to see some of that energy that's been, I know you were holding it down in the Lunk field for a long time, and Lunk has like got energy, right? You guys have always just kept going despite all the crash and everything, and now you're building Dogechain. I don't see what's going to stop you guys. So I'm just happy to be on board. I got my dough in my wallet, and just looking forward to everything launching. So for us, like when you mentioned the BTC bridge, yeah, so that's just happening today. Like you're right on the cutting edge. So we've been looking at how you get WETH and you get WBTC and even with the WBTC.atom or WBTC.osmo, and we're trying to create all these different pools. And I think even on like our Cosmos DEX, because we have different DEX. We have a DEX on Cosmo Chain and we have a DEX on Dungeon Chain. They're using different WBTC, and we just said, why don't we just make our own, like bring it in? So Zan's been doing that. He's working hard on it today. We got a bunch of different validators helping with that. So it's basically like there's a multi-sig. So this isn't wrapped ETH or wrapped BTC from ETH. This is actually directly from Bitcoin itself. It comes onto Dungeon Chain. And then we'll be able to, use BTC in our pools that's actually from BTC itself. And it's using some of the stuff that Nomic did. I don't know if you guys remember Nomic. We're using some of the Nomic, but it's even safer. We have a multi-sig on top called Frost, which makes it so like we have, I think it's 5 different validators that have to kind of co-sign to make this all happen. And so we're trying to, we know the bridges are the weak point, right? And the bridges are where everything happens. So we're hoping that this is going to be, the safest BTC that you can have in Cosmos right now. So hopefully you guys can check that out once we get it going. Like
Huge.
Right now we're still, I think we got it launched, it's working. We're just playing with it on the test net a little bit more to make sure everything's kosher. So thanks for that time, man.
Yeah,
And
bro.
yeah,
No,
let us
it's
know if
huge.
anyone here, like if there's anything we can do with Doe. We do have a pool on our chain right now, but we'll once you guys get your chain launched and you got everything rolling, then we'll make sure we do some special things with you guys. So thanks for the time.
Appreciate you, Holly. Yeah, man, that Bitcoin bridge is huge, man. I was seeing Xantar work on that, and I was like, man, like, because it's funny because we were speaking about it, wanting to do exactly that. And it's funny you also speak of Nomic because what they do is they lock up the Bitcoin, right? It's like a proof of ownership.
Yep.
What they got going. And I was on my way to actually reach out to them, and then I landed on your group. You're like, we made a Bitcoin bridge, and it's gonna be native. I'm like, no way! These guys pulled it off. So it's fantastic. We'd be more than happy to actually have that on Dogechain as well, for sure. Because who wants a wrap version, right? Who wants the bridge risk? So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you guys get that coming to your chain. Like this is the thing, right? Once you can start getting it and you're proving it's working, a bunch of us kind of indie chains working together in the right direction. That's what crypto's all about to me.
yeah, man.
That is it.
IBC make
Work
that
together.
simple, right?
Yep.
Definitely. That's not another upgrade though, is it, to Dungeon Chain? I did 2 the other day.
No, it's not another upgrade. No, this is a separate thing. That's like we have a few of the validators in there, but we don't need all the validators. No, you're good. Yeah, thank you for doing that. I know that was a lot, but we got it done thanks to good validators like you guys. So
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, it's help each other out. Validate on different chains. That's what we're about, and that's what we like doing. Helping everybody. And it's if we can all make money, if we can all take a bit of that big institutional cash, then we're all a lot happier. We don't need the Bitcoin trillions, but if we can take a few billion, I'll take that happily.
There you go, man. Well, you guys' deck looks so sick, man. I can't wait till you guys release that and everything. It's gonna be hype, man. Watching those videos just got me like, wow, like that looks slick. So, design.
Let's go.
I would also say that Dogechain's fully integrated into the wallet system as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because we got the Dungeon wallet that has a game on it and stuff, and Dogechain's all in there. So what we're hoping to do is bring people from the gaming world. Like our goal is to try to get people to download our app so they get this game, but then in behind it, it's all crypto. Even if they don't know, like they're going to be having an NFT that all sees all their game data, and so it's a pretty epic game. And yeah, we have Doe front and center there because you guys have been a great partner. So it's exciting times. We're hopefully going to have like we have it's play.dungeongames.io. You can beta test it now, and we'll have it. We're going to launch the full launch pretty soon. So, but anyone who's on the beta test, I believe, will get a little bit of an airdrop too. So, play.dungeongames.io. Thanks for letting me.
Let's go.
Share.
Yeah, man. I used to be the craziest gamer. I used to spend so much time gaming, and now I'm just doing crypto all the time. But there will be a point where I will sit down and start gaming again.
I see you guys, man.
Man,
You guys are everywhere. You're nonstop. Like, I love it. That's kind of our energy too, right? It's just like, why beat around the bush? Just go at it. And a lot of these people are kind of like, I don't know, like it's a bad day, right? Silver even's down. I saw like 8%. Atom's down 11%. People are kind of like, it's like, okay, we knew this stuff could happen. This is the way crypto rolls. Like, let's keep building. And when the bull finally comes, who's gonna be ready for it? It's gonna be the people who are, shining their boards up and getting ready to catch a wave. And that's what we're doing. So
Yeah.
good on you, man.
That is it. I do kind of wish I was playing less games in 2012 when Bitcoin was just starting up properly, and
Don't
my
we all,
mate
mate?
persuaded me to not mine. He goes, I've turned my PC on and said, "Oh, come on, let's try and mine this Bitcoin." And then 30 minutes later, he was like, "Nah, let's go play PlayStation." No.
If we could just smack our younger selves a little bit up, right? Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
At least you didn't buy a
Well, yeah,
pizza
but
with
it's all-
10,000 Bitcoin, though. You know.
yeah, no,
But it's all experiences you learn from, right? That's what it's all about. Learn from your experiences.
That's why my head is down in this right now, all in right now. And then in 10 years' time, I'm going to be on the beach a billionaire.
There you go.
Yeah, on Doe
Oh.
Island, of course.
Yeah,
Dude, I'll be
on
taking
Doe
the
Island.
dungeon yacht over to Doe Island all the time, man. I look forward to
Oh,
it.
yeah.
That sounds good to me. Thank you all. Thanks for that, Holly.
Thank you. Peace.
So yeah, a little
Did we
bit
have,
back
did
on
we have
track
somebody
now.
else there then? 'Cause-
Yeah, we did have somebody put their hand up, but they've kind of disappeared now. Does anybody else want to
Okay.
come up and having a question, have a chat?
Just shoot the shit, like we say. I see Badger down there. If Badger want to come up and say something, I know Badger's always got a couple awesome words. Badger, Generation Doe.
I was kind of hoping for him or Gareth. Gareth usually got something to say, to be honest.
Yeah, anyone, do it.
What I will say is a couple of people now have asked, is there going to be a launch party on Sunday for when the chain goes live? And these guys will be a testament to you, unfortunately. Yeah, I cannot code and talk at the same time. I'm really sorry. So, I would
You
love
can,
to.
you just can't understand you.
Yeah.
When you do it.
My head is in one place, and that is to get the chain launched. Now, I don't mind doing a bit of a Telegram chat and, a live there. I'm not sure I could do it on here, but if people do want to go onto Telegram and, we'll get the website up and make sure Block 1 shows, then absolutely. The only thing I'll say is Block 1 will last 1.2 seconds, and then it's gone.
Short
It's a short party.
Brilliant.
Yeah. But so yeah, if people really want to, we can try and sort something out, but it will be a bit boring.
Well, we'll find a way to make it fun, I'm sure. All right, Mr. Badger, what's going on? Badger. He's still
He is
mute.
up. He just needs to.
Yeah, he's got the
unmute
mute.
Oh,
himself.
there we go.
Yeah.
Did I do that again?
Yeah, you in now? Are you all good? What's going on,
Oh
bro?
my god, this freaking flob thingy I have. It's annoying sometimes. Yeah, I guess the light's out, so it doesn't tell me when I'm on mute or not. It's annoying.
Mike has
But
that problem
whatever.
too, but his fat fingers.
Yeah. Well, you know how it goes.
Whoa.
So yeah, I've been testing out the wallet, Doe wallet. It's really awesome. If you haven't had a chance to, you should check it out. Give it a go. Just test around, and then can't wait to be live with my validator. That'd be great. Can't wait for that to happen. I know that's coming up very soon. I'm excited about that, and just getting the word out there when we're, fully launching. I'm doing as much as I can right now, but I'm sure we'll be able to get more audience when things are live in action, and I'm sure there's going to be videos, more YouTube videos I can share, showing how it works. Live demos would be great. And this is going to be a fantastic deal. Now, don't expect everything to be all poof at once, right? Of course, but we'll get there. That's for sure. We already have the foundation built, right? The important thing of a mansion is have a great foundation. I think the foundation is there. I've seen projects that have, built on limestone or quicksand, should I say? But no, this thing is as solid as I've seen it. In how many ever years I've been in the crypto realm.
Good to hear, man.
So yeah, just been testing out the wallet. It functions like a dream, really. It has so many different functions. I know not everything is on there, but man, it's pretty slick.
Thanks, man. Thanks. I mean, I do appreciate it, and I appreciate everyone trying it out and giving it a go, because the wallet, it was a work in progress for a long time, and then when I started on DogeChain, I basically scrapped the old one and set it up again. And I want it to be a mega wallet, because that's what you guys deserve. You don't want to have to hunt around 4 or 5 wallets. You deserve a wallet that just holds everything like an exchange does. If you've got all of your coins on an exchange, they're all there. You can see them all. You buy them, swap them. And that's what I kind of want and what you guys deserve. You don't need 5 or 6 wallets, just one. And if anyone has any suggestions for me, how to make it better, please say, because I can't think of many at the moment. And I will get on with them. But yeah, thank you so much, man, for giving it a go.
Oh, for sure. My pleasure.
Yeah, thank you very much. And yeah, we did manage to coerce Gareth to come up and chat. So go ahead, mate.
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, man.
Fantastic. But firstly, just I think it's worth saying thank you to Dave, Owen, Woody, Nick, and Litas for all the effort and hard work. For the longest time, I don't think many people have had even a trickle of excitement in the crypto markets, and we're starting to gear up to something which could be incredible over the next couple of weeks, days, months, and then into years, tens of years. So thanks everyone for all the hard work. So I thought I'd just pop my head up, as you've got quite an array of guests on the podcast, and give a shameless plug for Node Nexus. We've got a couple of Genesis validators, as DNC has said, and so myself representing Node Nexus, I'd love anyone who wants to drop a staking share with us to come along, check our posts. All validators on this chain are absolutely excellent. Everyone wants to work in the same way. We've all got the best interests of the chain. We've all come from this from different parts, mainly Lunk, but from different outlooks. But yeah, we at Node Nexus, we would love to share a portion of your staking, and please feel free to join our Telegram chat, where we poll every vote that we come for Lunk, and also we're all open people to have a chat and just chill out to relax and ask any questions. We've got some great experience and long-term crypto holders. So yeah, that's my spiel. It wasn't written down, which is why it was a bit wordy and a bit long, but yeah, thanks everyone.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Well done.
Well done for the shameless plug as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get it in where you can.
What I would like to just emphasise that you hit the nail on the head there. You know, it's what's coming over the next few days, weeks, and months. Brilliant. You know, we are excited. We're really excited. But it's the years, the 10 years, the 20 years, and that's what we are planning for. That's what we're pushing for, and that's where our branding has to be right. And Woody, Nick, myself, we had nearly an hour's long conversation of what we should call a coin. You know, should we change the coin? Should we not? Because you've got to think about this. This is lasting. This is here to stay. This is going nowhere. Okay, I'm going nowhere here. This is my hard work here. So it is here to stay. You know, I'm still there on Lunk. Don't get me wrong. My validator's still going, but this is our work now. This is what we make work for decades, and that's going to hit the nail on the head. We must remember that.
Oh yeah. One step at a time, baby. One step at a time.
Mike, would you like to give her an end, share the rest of the details of the giveaway? I know we've covered it a couple of times, but if we got any more users in.
Hey guys, it's a bit noisy.
Sorry guys,
I'm in my daughter's gymnastics gym at the moment, but yeah.
And I've just got quickly pop. Sorry guys.
We'll close out after this one. Oh, it's okay. So, yeah, just to close out, just to remember, all you need to do, well, actually, let me go back. Firstly, thank you very much for coming and listening to us. This is huge, not only for us, hopefully for you, and for the whole of crypto and Cosmos, because we've got to breathe life back into this dwindling sort of galaxy, I suppose you can call it, the Cosmos. It's a galaxy of ecosystems, but we not only aim to be the crowning jewel of Cosmos, we're going to be everywhere in the future. We're here to connect the digital world with the real world. We're going to do that with the metaverse. We're going to do that with our on-ramping, off-ramping rails, with our partnerships that we're creating. You know, tokenizing stocks. I mean, tokenizing stocks is the next thing that Kevin O'Leary said was going to be. If anybody nails that, that's it. You're away. So that's the kind of thing that we're always looking for, that edge, and we will bring it to you. But in terms of the giveaway, it's very simple. Join our Telegram, which is t.me/cookimmunity. Post and share on the recording of this on X, and then when you're in to Telegram, let us know, because we have a bot which we can drop the rewards to you in. So really, guys, without further ado, and I don't know if there's anything else. I think we've called it there now with all of the questions and the chatter.
There's one thing honestly, you have missed, buddy.
Oh, go on.
It is. It's only running for the next 24 hours.
You are correct. So the next 24 hours. So it closes at, we'll make it 8:30. So 8:30 GMT +1 on Saturday, and it will close. And then at that point, we will do the drops via the bot. So yes, that'll be it. But honestly, guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate everybody who came up and spoke. My fellow co-founders and team members. This journey has been a roller coaster, but it's been an absolute pleasure. We talk daily, and it is the highlight of my day. And we're going to be around for a long time, and we're going to be bringing it to the crypto world. It's ours. We're here for the taking. So let's do it. So I think, team, we're all good, and we can close down.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, everybody, for coming and joining us.
Guys, appreciate you guys. Much love. Thank you. We'll see you guys next week. on the update. If not, we'll see you on Monday. That's for sure. We'll probably run a space on Monday as we deploy the chain and do all that other stuff. And stay updated on everything that's happening, guys. There's a lot of cool things happening in this bloody market. It is time to build, man. Keep our heads down and keep building. Oh yeah. All right, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Nice one, guys. No change.
Doge.
No change.
See ya.
Later.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.